Hey guys, just a short message to say that over the next coming weeks, we've got some friends of ours sharing some short, encouraging messages. Take a look at this.
Hey, I want to talk to you today about 5 decisions that you can make right now. And we want to be living our lives in the best way possible. We want to be living them for Jesus. We want to be putting our foundations in Him. We want to be getting closer to Him, acting more like Him. And I believe that these 5 things can help us do that in a really helpful way. And so there's quite a few scriptures, but why don't you grab a Bible, maybe when they come up, hit pause. But in Matthew 7 at 24 and 25, it says, "Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundations on the rock." And I believe today that these 5 decisions can help us put our foundations on Him, in Jesus. In every single one, we want to put our foundations in Him. And so, number 1 is our relationships. There's a quote that says, who you spend your time with is who you'll become. And so, when you look at your relationships, are they helping you become the person you want to be? Are they helping you become more like Jesus? Are they helping you to put your foundations in Him? And I wonder today whether you could take a moment to stop, pause, and reflect on your relationships. Are they doing those things? And number 2 is this: school. Bad news, I'm afraid. This doesn't mean you can't go to school. You still got to go to school. But what it does mean is that we can choose to do our best in school, to do our best in what we're doing. And there's a verse in Colossians 2:23 that says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." And so in your schoolwork, are you doing your best? Like, it doesn't mean you have to get the best grades ever, but it does mean you have to do your best. In doing your best, you are serving God, and you get to choose whether you do that or not. You know, you might be at home with loads of distractions going on around you, but choose to do your best because you are serving God in what you do. Number 3, our actions. We want our actions to help us to portray Jesus the best way possible. We want them to be aligning with things that He's told us to do. And so in Matthew 5:16, it says, "In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." And so are your actions glorifying Jesus? Are they helping other people see Jesus in what you do? I believe that we have the right and the important task of showing other people Jesus. And so are you helping yourself do that? Are your actions aligning with things that are going to help you show Jesus? Are you shining His light in what you do? Number 4 is yourself. Genesis 1:27 says, "So God created mankind in His own image. In the image of God He created them. Male and female He created them." Why is this so important? Well, I believe it's important because quite often we are looking at ourselves through the wrong lens. You know, we probably all have social media. We're all comparing ourselves to other people. And quite often those people are photoshopped, or they're dressed up and they're looking real good, but we're comparing ourselves to them. But I believe that we should choose to look at ourselves through His lens. And He says that you were created in His image. You were created just as He wanted you to be created, not how you see other people. You were created as He wanted you. You were created perfect. And He also created us with a purpose that's specific to you. And so you get to choose how you view yourself. Are you going to view yourself through His lens or the lens of the world? And I'd encourage you, would you focus on His lens and His lens alone? You know, He calls you loved, precious, courageous, strong, and so many other names, and you can simply flip into His word and you'll see all those names. Would you maybe spend some time doing that? If you struggle with how you view yourself, spend some time in His word and you'll see how He views you, and then choose to view yourself in that way. Number 5 is our beliefs. I believe that we get to choose our beliefs. So that even means, for the 4 things I've just told you before about your relationships, school, your actions, and how you view yourself, you get to choose what you believe about those things. And so I want to encourage us. Would we be people that believe His word and His word first? Would we believe the truth that He sets before us? In John 20:31, it says, "But these are written that you may believe that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name. And so would you be people that choose to believe what he says? Believe what he says about you, believe what he says to you, and believe that he is the one that came, he lived on earth, he died, and he rose again. And that would change your outlook on everything that you do. And perhaps you don't know him. Why don't you ask him to come and be a part of your life? Maybe you do know him. Take some time to know him a little bit deeper. And so I'm just going to pray, and maybe you want to pray along with me. It's going to be a simple prayer. God, would you just come and would you reveal yourself in a new way to me? Would you help me to know you a little bit deeper? Would you help me to choose to believe what you want me to believe about myself, about you, and about all the things that are going on? Would you help me to make wise choices, Jesus? In his name, amen.